Have you ever noticed that your dog's steps are slower? That eyes shine with the same sweetness, but now with a little more calmness? Time passes, and that companion of so many adventures begins to age. But even with white fur and quieter movements, his love for you remains as young as the first day. And it is precisely now that he needs you the most, not with great efforts, but with small gestures full of meaning. Today, we're going to talk about how to make his days happier, lighter, more comfortable, with love, with presence, and with sincere affection. Tell me here in the comments, what is your best friend's name? How old is he? And what was the most special moment you lived together? She also writes, I love dogs, just so we can spread gratitude for these beings who teach us so much every day. Take a deep breath, because this video is a tribute to love that doesn't grow old. It only matures, along with your dog's heart. Time passes slowly in our eyes, but in our dog's eyes, it flies. One day, he was just a puppy running around the house, with energy to spare and a curious look. Now the steps are slower, the naps are longer, and the hair is starting to gain white hair. And as much as he doesn't say it with words, his body begins to speak delicately. I'm getting older. Will you stay with me a little longer? Aging is natural, but it is also sensitive. The dog that used to jump on the couch may now need help to climb up. He still wants to play, but more calmly. He still wants to walk, but on shorter routes. His joy remains the same. What changes is the way he shows it. Therefore, more than ever, he needs your serene presence, your more attentive gaze, and your patience full of love. One of the greatest gifts you can offer your senior dog is time. The time to sit next to him without haste. The time to listen to his breathing while he sleeps leaning against you. The time to not demand anything, just be. As he gets older, he doesn't want any more big adventures. He wants comfort. He wants to know that you're there, even as the world slows down around him. You can start by changing small details of everyday life. An extra blanket on cold days, a more affordable water pot, a softer bed placed in a quiet place. Simple things which to us may seem small, but to him mean security and coziness. It's like saying with gestures, I see you, and I want you to be well. Pay attention to the signs he gives. An elderly dog does not speak, but communicates with the body. If it takes a long time to get up, if it avoids stairs, if it stops playing as before, all this is the language of the age coming. And when you welcome these signs with love, instead of impatience, you offer dignity to this new phase of his life. It is in small gestures that aging reveals itself. The slight stumble, the tiredness after a few steps, the look that seeks more, time to rest than to play. He's not giving up on life. He's just changing the pace. And when you adjust to this new compass, without old demands or expectations, he feels that he continues to be accepted exactly as he is. It comforts him, calms him down, and makes him feel still loved. Every adaptation you make, no matter how small it may seem, is a statement of care. A mat to prevent slipping, a ramp to replace the steps, an extra break from the ride. It's all like saying, I see you, and I want to protect you. Love in old age has a lower tone, but a much greater depth. It is a love that does not need excitement, just constant presence and true affection. And maybe, without you realizing it, he's teaching you to look at life more tenderly, to accept the changes of time, to respect one's own limits, to value presence above performance. Because as you get older, your dog isn't just living through his senior years. He's offering you the finer lessons about what it means to love, care, and stay. And that's something time never erases. Food also deserves care. What he ate when he was young may now need to be adjusted. Consult the veterinarian. See what can be done to improve digestion, comfort, and disposition. A meal thought out with affection is like a hug inside. He senses when you care about every detail. And don't forget the walks. Even if shorter, even if slower, he still needs to see the world, feel the wind, smell the leaves, recognize the smells of the street. He doesn't want to run. He wants to walk beside you. And each time you adapt your pace to his, he understands that you still want to live next to him. With love and respect. His senses are also changing. Vision can weaken, hearing can fail. But what never fails is how he feels about you. Even if he doesn't hear your call, he will recognize your scent. Even if he doesn't see clearly, he will feel your presence. The bond between you goes beyond the body. It is soul. It is affective memory. It is love that does not age. Maybe he doesn't play with the same toys anymore, but he still needs stimulation, affection, lightness, a longer caress, a massage on tired muscles, a moment of silence where you just stand next to him. This is also playing. This is also connecting. And in those simple moments, you continue to feed his happiness. Sometimes he doesn't want to chase the ball. He just wants to observe the world next to him. Lie down in a quiet corner and feel its presence. And that's when you realize what was once made of movement now translates into calm, but the essence remains the same. What he seeks is not the intensity of the game, but the depth of the bond. And when you offer that, he understands that your love does not depend on time, nor on age, but on presence. Even if the toys are sitting in the corner, his heart is still full of desire to live. He may prefer a slower walk, an open window, to observe the world, or even soothing music playing while you rest together. The stimulus he needs now is more emotional than physical. And in this new rhythm, you discover that happiness is not in doing too much. It is in doing it with intention, with affection, with listening. The touch that was once part of the routine now becomes a source of relief. He feels it when his hands reach unhurriedly, just to comfort. And even if the body no longer reacts with so much energy, its heart responds with gratitude. These small gestures, made with attention, are worth more than any new toy. Because in the end, he doesn't want things. He wants you. He wants to know that even as he gets older, he is still the most beautiful part of his day. Visits to the veterinarian should be more frequent. Not out of fear, but out of prevention. Regular care avoids unnecessary discomfort and prolongs quality of life. Take it with affection, without anxiety. Show that you are together in this process, that he doesn't have to face anything alone, that you will always be the safe haven, even in the most delicate phases. And when he sleeps more than before, don't think it's disinterested. It's his body asking for a break. Aging is like listening to time inside your own chest. Let him rest, but also be there when he wakes up, so that he feels that the day, even calm, still has meaning, and that his presence remains the best part of everything. His days may be getting shorter, but they still have room to be the happiest in his life. What he needs now is not big news, but constancy. He wants to know that you're not leaving, that even as he ages, he continues to be important, and that his love is not linked to what he does, but to what he is. Dogs age as if they were teaching. They show that time does not have to be the enemy, that there is beauty in slowness, courage in waiting, and grace in soft gestures. Caring for an elderly dog is like caring for a living memory. It's like walking with someone who has already given you everything, and that now he just wants to keep loving you the way he can. And if one day he is further away, don't be alarmed. It can be pain, it can be tiredness, it can be nostalgia for when I ran more. But even in that silence, he continues to love. Sometimes it is in silence that love is strongest. A still look can be a mute request for company. A deep sigh can be a thank you. As time goes on, he may no longer have the same energy to show what he feels with enthusiasm. But love continues to live in the same place. In the eyes, in the subtle gestures, in the way it accompanies you with its gaze even without leaving the place. He doesn't have to jump on your lap to tell you he loves. The simple fact of choosing to lie next to you is already a declaration of affection. He's saying, "It's still you who calms me down." It's important to remember that your dog's silence isn't absence. It's presence in another form. He may be processing the world more calmly, feeling things in a way that doesn't involve so much movement, but rather emotional connection. In these moments, being close is more valuable than any words. To sit next to him, to put his hand lightly on his tired body, and just remain. That speaks more than 1,000 sentences. Even when he doesn't ask, he feels it. And when you respect this silence, when you welcome the pause, the long look, the quieter space, he understands that love is still there. He feels that growing old by his side is safe, that it doesn't have to be the same as before, to be important, that you recognize him not only for who he was, but for what he is now. A faithful friend who just wants to keep loving you, just the way time allows. Be with him until the end. Don't run away from the hard phase. Don't look away. Because he never deviated from his. He loved you on your best and worst days. And when his body gives way, may he find in your lap the same welcome he has always offered you. May he feel that love has grown stronger, not weaker, over time. You don't have to do everything right. It just needs to be. Be kind. Be patient. Giving more hugs than commands. To exchange haste for presence. Taking care of an elderly dog is like taking care of an entire story, full of loyalty, dedication, and love that cannot be explained. Record the moments. Take pictures, make videos, keep memories. Because one day, when he's no longer there, you'll realize that every little gesture, every calm day, every night lying next to him, it was an eternal piece of the happiness you lived together. And these memories will embrace you when the longing hits harder. And now, tell me with affection, how is your little companion today? Is he already quieter, with the serene look of someone who has lived a beautiful story by his side? Share your experience here in the comments. Say his name, a special moment you lived together, or what it has been like to take care of him in this quieter phase of life. Her story can warm the hearts of many people who also love and care for her with all love. If this message touched your heart, write below, "I love dogs." Let's spread this chain of affection, gratitude, and respect for these beings who offer us everything, even when they can no longer run or play as before, because their love never gets old. It just gets quieter and deeper. And to continue receiving content made with soul, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share this video with someone who loves their dog and may be in need of a word of hope today. Sometimes, everything the heart needs. It is remembering that taking care of an aging friend is also a beautiful way to love.